Most feared shot blockers in NBA history. Hi there, welcome back to our channel Sport Watch, where today we will introduce you to the most feared NBA shot blockers. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss any videos. Number 5. Tree Rollins. Wayne Monty Tree Rollins is an American former expert basketball participant who performed 18 seasons with inside the National Basketball Association, NBA for the Atlanta Hawks, Houston Rockets, Detroit Pistons, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Orlando Magic. Over the preceding 10 years of his profession, Tree Rollins averaged 4.1 blocks in step with 75 possessions, a mark that trailed most effective Mark Eaton 5.3 and George Johnson 4.3 over that span. Additionally, Rollins averaged a league main 4.3 blocks in 30.9 minutes, but unfortunately, he can be remembered for an incident from that postseason when Rollins ran into Danny Ainge with an elbow in Game 3 of the primary Spherical Series. Ainge bit his finger. Rollins' capacity to guard the rim made a miles larger effect than the skirmish he became concerned with Ainge. However, the latter follows him to this day. He became a whole lot extra than the man who fought Ainge. For a decade plus, he became one of the sport's excellent rim protectors. Number 4. David Robinson. David Robinson is one of the top underrated gamers in NBA records. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Magic Johnson are the most effective ones in front of him at the all-time field plus/minus leaderboard. Over his first 7 seasons, he averaged an eye-popping 25.6 factors, 11.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Perhaps maximum impressive, though, became the 3.6 blocks in step with the sport he averaged over that stretch. When a participant does many different things, it is clean for one skill, mainly a shielding one, to wander away inside the shuffle. Most of the gamers featured here failed to score by skip or rebound as a whole lot as the Admiral. That he became capable of bringing the burden he did on offense and guarding the rim at an all-time degree is a testimony to his versatility. In 1991-92, Robinson was named Defensive Player of the Year. He additionally made 8 All-Defense squads over the path of his profession. Number 3. Shawn Bradley. It's a disgrace that maximum present-day enthusiasts recognize Shawn Bradley from YouTube motion pictures of him being dunked on. Those small pattern sizes do not do his profession justice. Over his first 6 seasons, he averaged 11.0 factors, 7.9 rebounds, and 3.4 blocks in 29.0 minutes in step with the sport. For his profession, he is first all-time in block percent. Although Basketball Reference's play-by-play statistics are most effective in 1996-97, his professional internet score swing of 6.3 is higher than that of Kawhi Leonard, 5.1, and James Harden, 4.9, amongst different stars. Over his ultimate 5 seasons, the Dallas Mavericks have been plus 12.0 factors in step with 100 possessions, while Bradley shared the ground with Dirk Nowitzki. They have been plus 7.3 factors in step with 100 possessions, while Dirk became at the ground without the 7'6" interim protector. The most important purpose for that swing became a protection that allowed fewer than 100 factors in step with 100 possessions, while each big had been in. Number 2. Dikembe Mutombo. Young NBA fans are probably all familiar with Dikembe Mutombo's legendary finger wag. For nearly decades, it became his calling card after a block, and he had masses of possibilities to do it. Mutombo trails most effective Olajuwon in professional blocks. He had seasons with extra than 4 blocks in step with sport, 8 seasons with a minimum of 3 blocks in step with sport, and 11 seasons with extra than blocks in step with the sport. Like Hakeem, sturdiness became critical for Mutombo in growing this excessive up the list. But being 7th all-time in professional blocks, in step with sport and 5th in block percent display, he had a heck of a peak, too. For a decade and a half, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year ruled the interior, and he, in the end, has become a version for stars transitioning to role participant status. Number 1. Mark Eaton. Mark Edward Eaton became an American expert basketball participant who spent his whole profession, 1982 to 1993, with the Utah Jazz of the National Basketball Association, named an NBA All-Star. In 1989, he was twice voted the NBA Defensive Player of the Year and became a 5-time member of the NBA All-Defensive Team. In addition, Mark Eaton slightly performed for his excessive faculty basketball team. He failed to head off to university basketball until after a flip as an automobile mechanic close to Cypress College. At that shop, Cypress assistant Tom Lubin satisfied Eaton to present basketball to any other shot. Eaton's development at Cypress became correct enough to earn him a niche at the roster of the vaunted UCLA Bruins. But he once more struggled to discover gambling time there. Eventually, a discouraged Eaton had a communique with a legend that modified everything. Robert Parrish and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are the most effective gamers in league records who had extra blocks from an age 40 season onward. This is a summary of the most feared shot blockers in NBA history. Subscribe for further updates and you'll stay up to date. So please like and subscribe.